The Triple B Podcast would like to invite you to come break bread with your brothers. If you like what you're hearing on the show, if you think we missed the mark, or if we got it all wrong, reach out to us on social media. We can be reached on Twitter at triple_B_pod or search Brothers Breaking Bread Podcast. We are the Brothers Breaking Bread on Facebook, and our email is brothersbreakingbreadpod@gmail.com. Further descriptions are in the show notes. Like, follow, friend, do all that good stuff, and please never forget to break bread with your brothers.
How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up? How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Brothers Breaking Bread Podcast in the house. Hey.
We'll have a little potluck. It'll be good.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Let's not just talk about it.
This is a beautiful thing, man. It's all this blackness, and we all just getting together, we playing dominoes, we eating, we drinking.
And, food is always just the extra, man.
They deprive these people of their basic human rights, and we call ourselves Americans. We're supposed to be above all this.
They'll fake the crisis. They'll make it seem way out of proportion.
We brothers, we breaking bread.
How y'all doing? We out here, chilling in the spot. What up?
Trying to hold it all together, man. Life is moving fast right now, man. So it's good to have everybody come through.
I love that, man. I love it a lot. More than I could say to you guys.
I'm gonna keep it black, but I'm gonna keep it brief. Now, Ron, you sound like a bitch. This time, Ron Desantis has gone as far to ban AP Black History in Florida schools. Why are you so obsessed with me? College Board, the organization in charge of certifying AP curriculum and the SAT, is halfway through a pilot program launching an AP African American Studies course in 60 schools across the country. Now, we don't know if any of them schools are actually in Florida, but of course, Ron DeSantis had to open up his mouth. On January 12th, he and his friends over at the Department of Education wrote a letter to the College Board saying that an AP African American Studies course is inexplicably contrary to Florida law and significantly lacks educational value. That's wild. Then had the audacity to say that should the College Board be willing to come back to the table with lawful, historically accurate content, Florida would be willing to discuss. Boy, these people are not at all interested in equal rights, nor are they interested in appearing as if they do. Tell the truth, shame the devil. First of all, saying Black studies lacks educational value is insane, especially when you currently permit AP courses in Japanese language and culture, German language and culture, Italian language and culture, Spanish language and culture, and European history altogether. Motherfuckers that don't even go here but got a history or culture that's somehow more valuable to the learning experience of American children than an advanced and concentrated course in actual American history. Crazy. Black studies literally brings to light the underbelly of so many things. The nascence of the American economy, the Industrial Revolution, civil disobedience, technological advancements, hell, even modern gynecology, and that's the problem. We will steal their thunder and rain on their parade. Black movements have also triggered waves across the American continent and American history over and over and over again. So what are we even talking about? What you're really saying is that European history and these other courses that focus specifically on culture and language, not even these people's experiences as minorities on American soil, don't threaten the narrative of the American dream. AP courses also provide students with the opportunity to gain credit towards their degrees at institutions of higher learning. So it's also giving that you don't think Black history is elevated or sophisticated enough, and that's crass, and your mama ought to be shamed. So beyond the willingness to be unabashedly racist and deplorably unwed backwater knuckle-dragging Neanderthals because you don't read and therefore inform policy restricting people's rights based off something that you heard, you don't even know what critical race theory is. Number one, it's not new. It's been around for over 40 years and has typically been reserved for graduate level courses, not even undergrad for some time outside of HBCUs, but more commonly available to students in law school with an interest in how American racism has affected lawmaking and legal systems. The word theory be throwing y'all for a loop and unfortunately gives y'all a distaste off principle because you think that it means it's just a bunch of hoopla, when the reality of the matter is we couldn't call it a theory if y'all bitches didn't make it up. Woo! Critical race theory hinges on the fact that race is a social construct and therefore constructed by society in service to the gain of a desired racial majority. We're simply giving it a name. Y'all the ones pulled it out y'all asses. So the claim DeSantis and friends made that this course leaves large, ambiguous gaps that can be filled with additional ideological material is just as hollow and misinformed as the American education system itself. I don't know, it sounds like an NAACP Image Award winner to me. Historically inaccurate. The College Board didn't just hop on the Black History follow train. They've been working on this for more than a decade, working alongside college faculty and actual scholars to produce produce evidence-based material, something you know nothing about. It's fear-mongering. White people have been using the same playbook over and over again, raising unfounded and illegitimate concerns amongst their peers about the impending threat of black anything, when in fact we was minding our business when you found us, and been trying to mind our business ever since your government could no longer sustain the institution of slavery. But us minding our business means that you can't live freely in your delusion, so it's a problem. Second of all, inextricably contrary to Florida law simply means Florida would like to continue to ignore racism while openly practicing it. Oh, we're not done. This is just the most recent effort by DeSantis and his administration to halt the exposure of its children to real life. He's already banned critical race theory, specifically prohibited the teaching of the 1619 Project, and even has stipulation around how schools can talk to students about race, let alone gender and sexuality. And this is a man they want to run for president next year. Someone actively engaging in censorship. We're talking about an official making moves that mimic the very communists they so afraid of. How you gonna literally ban books and propagandize the USSR in the same breath? Huh? Kick rocks. But also go vote for me, NAACP Image Award. Voting is open daily. Link in the bio.
Hey. What's going on, world? Triple B, Blood Breaking Bread Podcast. We in the motherfucking house. Not a full ship, but we got a ship. What we doing? We about to float out here and get on these topics. Lady Lavender, motherfucking 10 meters, Honey Buns, half of the Buzz of Doom, Joe Jeff. I'm the KC Stork. What is going on, party people?
What's up?
What's happening?
What's
hey,
up?
Family, hey.
Hey. Yeah, man. You can tell they had a lot of cuts on that video, and I wonder if it's just because she got as frustrated thinking about all this shit as I did as she spoke about it.
Right.
Well, all her videos are cut that way, but yeah, she definitely, you know what I'm saying, gets wrapped up in the topic and gets expressive, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I mean, and I ain't saying to take away from what she's doing or what she's saying, but it's definitely like when you start talking about black people in this, on especially on this soil, and dealing with our history, and then you start getting around certain motherfuckers who don't want to deal with it, and how we have added to, and our history has been taken away from. They don't want to talk about it. It's definitely a very frustrating topic. Definitely very frustrating. So, making that video, I am sure she, got her feelings as I would have also. So, before we get into it, let's check in. Miss Honey Buns, how you doing? Listen to some Michael Jackson before you got on the show? I'm joking. My bad.
she was entertained by some Michael Jackson.
I actually got an opportunity, went into the doctor, so I had full medical release, and so I got a chance to teach, and some of my students had an opportunity to listen to the last class, and they wanted to see if Miss Kim still got it, so Miss Kim still got it, and I had to show the little ladies how it's done, but we rocked out to, I believe, who was number 2 on my personal list of Michael Jackson, and we also got to rock out to some Prince, so it was good seeing my little ladies again this week. I really have missed them. But overall, good week.
What were the songs you picked?
So shout out to Junior Dance Studio. We did Corner to Corner, Prince, I Will Die For You, and we opened up with Prince, and then we closed out with some Michael Jackson. Because of the beat, I'm not gonna get the song right, but Arabian Girl, I just know that's like one of the lyrics, so that's what we did our cool downs to. So yeah, we had a good class. Liberian Girl, thank you. But it was an overall good class. I miss my ladies.
Good shit. Well, I'm glad you're back into it.
Die for you.
I'm not your mom. I'm not your.
Yeah.
I would. Okay, my bad. Good shit. Right. Good shit. 10 meters. How you living, pimp?
What up, peeps? How y'all doing? I'm
good.
Shit. I'm good. I'm blessed and happy, baby. Man, what a week. Boy, it was rough, but I had just got some good news. Well, I don't know if it's good news or whatnot, but it was pretty much good news to me. A friend of mine, haven't spoken to in about, I want to say 4 or 5 months, over the phone. Just invited me to go check out the world-class, world champion Chiefs tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
At Arrowhead Stadium.
Let's get it. Don't be the reason why they lose,
Nice.
You gonna be out there tomahawk chopping?
Boy, I ain't gonna be doing no tomahawk.
Nah, you started doing it just now. You was about to do it right
I
now.
will be cheering for him. I'll be cheering loud. I'm about to get hoarse like a mug because your boy was talking shit on the Chiefs on Arrowhead.
Who was talking shit?
The quarterback for the Jaguars.
Oh, he just said
I know
he don't know
what
if
he
he's
said.
still
I know what he
alive,
said, but
we got to find something. I feel you. We got to find something.
yeah. Oh yeah. So, but yeah, I just got invited to that, so I'm going to check out the Chiefs tomorrow. I can't wait. I'm very excited to see it. I will be dressing very, very warmly because it's about to be cold.
It's supposed to snow too, Chief, so be ready.
Yes, I'm ready for it. I will be ready. I am not trying to catch the bite or none of that stuff. So, yeah, but I will be cheering on, and then I will be bringing some hand warmers with me too. So.
Yeah, you make Kim cold. She put her blanket on, nigga. You just talk about being out there.
It's about to be. Woo. But yeah, I'm kind of excited about tomorrow though.
Well, good shit, pimp. I'm glad you're here, bro.
Yeah.
Lady Lavender, how you doing, ma'am?
Pretty good. I also had to adjust my space heater and give me some more warmth just listening to. In fact, it's going to be snowing and you're going to be outside on purpose? Okay.
Yeah.
Have fun.
I'm be one of the few black people out there doing it.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of them, but you're going to need some feet warmers too, not just the hand warmers.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty good. I had my brother was in town last weekend, which was nice. One of my sisters was in town the weekend before, so just seeing family has been nice the past few weeks. And busy week with a lot of trainings and events and meetings and all that, but I'm glad it's Friday. Excited for the weekend where I have more meetings and things to grade, but at least I'll be doing it from my home.
Let's get it. Well, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for joining us. Brother Joe, how you doing, pimp?
Hey. A lot of notes about my Texas family. My babies were in town over MLK weekend, so that was a good thing.
Yes, sir.
Had a cousin die this week, so that is something that the elder brother of Doom and I have been kind of communicating back and forth on.
Sorry to hear about that.
Sorry to hear it.
Absolutely. And then my last aunt on my dad's side, she had dementia and got lost for several hours. And so they had to put out a silver alert for her to recover her. So she's been recovered, but we were fearful of the worst. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad she made it home safe.
Yes, sir. Amen.
What's going on with you, bro?
Nothing much here, man. Yeah, I ain't got a lot going on, man. Getting the show together. You Negroes, happy to see y'all. Definitely happy to hear that you're. When I saw the message that your brother sent out, happy that your aunt's back home. That's always good, bro. Definitely sorry to hear about your cousin. Did not know about that. Outside of that, man, just work. I don't have no side eye except for what's coming for me Monday at work.
Uh-oh.
They trying to fit 12 hours of work into 8 hours a day.
Is it Watchmen Monday?
It ain't Watchmen, nigga. They trying to fit 12 hours of work into 8 hours a day.
It must be DJ.
Which usually means it's going to be 14 hours of work. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Hey, but the money always ching, ching, ching. So I be mad. But when I get that paycheck, I'll be like, anyway. But yeah, thank God everybody here, man. Everybody good, everybody safe, man. I appreciate it, man. Let's get into these motherfucking topics.
All right.
Somebody got something to say about Ron Desantis? Oh damn.
DeSantis has banned African American studies in Florida, calling it useless. Here he is on MLK Day quoting Dr. King as if he actually cares about what Dr. King stood for. And then the very next day, he says that AP African American Studies program lacks educational value and used this so-called Stop Woke Act to block the program from being in schools. And as many racial justice leaders and activists have pointed out, the Stop Woke Act is just a sanitized way of saying stop black people. But here's the part that a lot of folks missed. DeSantis' own lawyer was forced by a judge to define what woke means. Here's how he defined it. The belief that there are systemic injustices in American society and the need to address them. I mean, that's a pretty accurate definition, which shows that they know they are discriminating against black people. They just don't care. This is what systemic white supremacy looks like. Just one day after quoting Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Ron DeSantis...
My bad. The loop got me.
Qasim Rashid.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, bro. Thank you for this, sis. I really appreciate that. And no shade. But yeah, man, it definitely alludes to what the young lady who introduced the show was talking about. But she didn't say the word woke, but we definitely have been talking about over the last year or two on this podcast. Woke, CTR, things of that nature. How it's always been used as a blanket statement to to eradicate or silence just basic African American history.
Can I fuck with you for a minute?
You can.
He's about to fuck with you about CTR.
CTR. This nigga sound like
That's CRT.
I sound like Herschel Walker.
Herschel Walker.
Yeah, that's fine. CRT. My bad.
You took a few hits to the helmet too, bro. I don't know.
I've taken a lot. There are many a high school football games that I do not remember. I will definitely admit to that.
It's okay, bro. I was gonna shut up about it. I was just gonna let it keep going, but I mean,
but CRT, like we have talked about on the show over the last 2 years when this whole woke thing, CRT thing came about, and we saw it how it was going to be the gateway to eradicating just basic talks about African American history in our curriculum. And like I know Lady Lavender, Brother Joe have been on the front lines and seeing some of that in different ways, but I mean, we already saw what was coming, and this ain't that new. Go ahead, Joe. My bad.
Ada, didn't you go to Buffalo for a training?
Yeah, but they talked about it wasn't about this, but one of the speakers on the last day, it wasn't one of the speakers. They had a whole panel, and it was 3 like curriculum designers that were on the panel. There was a student who's been on the trials. They talked about the different schools. None of the trial schools are in Florida. I can't remember exactly where they were. I feel like one was in the Midwest, one was on the East Coast, and then there's another one, I think, in the Midwest as well, or Southeast. Might have been Georgia. I can't remember. But anyway.
Weren't there like 60 schools, though?
That started, no. For the first one, this year it's less, but then next year, 23, 24, there'll be way more doing it.
All right.
But the course, like when I first heard this, I was like, I would teach this course immediately. It sounds amazing because it's not indoctrination in any way. It's just teaching history that kids don't typically learn in most schools, and they designed the course in a way that it wouldn't be, I hate to use the word, but like off-putting to people who are not black. So everybody has an entry point in it. It's not CRT. It's basically history that should be taught, which is even in my class where I'm teaching an honors class, and even though the school is majority black, the majority of my kids are white, so I'm teaching all kinds of black shit in that class. Like, that's the way it should be. You should be teaching all the history of all the people. I'm teaching about Latino history. I'm teaching about disabled people, gay people. Like, that's how everything should be. So if we've got fucking AP European history has been around forever, why do they need to know about ancient Europe and not about non-ancient black shit in this country?
Right.
It's crazy.
Absolutely. If you're going to ban AP U.S. history, I think Western Civ should be next.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
So I teach 2 courses. So this started at the height of the summer where everybody started talking about critical race theory and trying to ban it in several states. And it was up for discussion in the Missouri legislature. My administration came to me and asked me if I want to teach it. And I know in several states, they were talking about snatching people's teaching license.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yo, if I'm going to do this, y'all gotta y'all gotta shield me. You know what I'm saying? So I just finished up first semester grades for Latin American history, and this week we began African American history. My administration came to me earlier this year asking me, would I be interested in teaching this course? And absolutely, you know, I would be interested in teaching this course. I just think it's despicable that you would tell people that their heritage is not worthy of a course in your high school. I think that's ridiculous. You know, so. And
it's like not worthy of a course. Like I bet they don't even have any regular African American studies classes, let alone the AP. And why? Like I forgot her name in our opening. What she was saying is big points as well. Like these, and they also made this as an AP course, but made it as an entry point for kids. Like if you've never taken another AP course, because a lot of African American kids in schools, high schools, typically don't always sign up for those AP courses. And for me, I didn't want to take. Why was I going to take like all those European classes and all this stuff? I didn't want to learn that. But if I had AP African American history, I would have signed up like immediately. So it's an entry point for kids to learn things, to try out college level classes, college level coursework, and to learn about history that they don't typically learn about. Why would you not want them to do that? They've incorporated a lot of critical thinking as well, with discussions and with kids exploring history and trying to make decisions for themselves, so that you know that it's not indoctrination from the teachers. I just hate these people. I hate Florida.
Hold on, Lavender. Did you say critical? That's critical race theory?
Mm-hmm.
What did you say? Critical thinking. I guess maybe that's what they heard. They heard that there's going to be critical thinking. They're like, oh my gosh, CRT.
We got to think about this shit.
Critical race thinking? Okay.
Yeah.
Ten, you about to say something? Like you about to lean in?
I lost my train of thought.
My bad, pimp. And like, I don't know the lady's name either, but it's like, I know you two, I would say I know you both intimately, Brother Joe and you, Lady.
I feel like you know one of us more intimately than the other.
Yeah, maybe.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I ain't got no problem smiling about that. But
you talking about yourself there, Joe?
I said the black guy.
But it's like I would even. When people think about these teachers who are going to be in these classrooms teaching this shit, and it's like, these are the people. We're not talking about people who are going to be having children in all black, saluting and praising the Nation of Islam. We're just talking about two sensible teachers who are going to have their children talking about all of the people, black, red, yellow, whatever the fucking color they may be, who have brought into what we know as America. And that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear this shit, and then when I see people at work talking about this shit, I get so frustrated, because I'm like, I know two reasonable-minded people, and yes, I know one more intimately than the other, two reasonable-minded people who are teaching your children this shit. And no, that's not what they doing. They just saying, this is how America started, and this is how we got here. It just wasn't a bunch of old white men who sat down and wrote on some paper, and all of a sudden, the Constitution, and voila, here we are in motherfucking 2023.
Well, see, it goes back to romancing, to me, it goes back to romancing white history, you know, making white people like the heroes, and making their, you know, shining light on their history as being good, while African-American history, or I'll just say black history, is, you know, like tomfoolery or whatever. But the atrocity, I mean, learning about our atrocities and the things that happen to us as people, you know, kind of helps us to, you know, not only learn from our history so that we can make ourselves better, but, you know, how to better communicate with, you know, our quote unquote oppressors. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you saying, but and I think that's why a lot of Americans love fucking cowboy movies.
Of course,
you get to, as you said, romanticize the white savior, and you have these, and they don't even call them, they're just these savages who appeared out of nowhere, and now we got to conquer them. My bad, they were already here, but we don't tell you that. They're just these savages who appeared out of nowhere. We got to conquer them because the white women are scared of them. That's American history.
Pretty much. In a nutshell.
As I should say, that's American history as a lot of motherfuckers want to teach it.
Right. Correct.
Yeah. So, no, but yeah. I mean, salute to Lady Lavender and Joe, man, because like I said, I couldn't do it. And there's a reason why I work where I work. All the people I work with, the people I work with, they go to sleep, and then I do what I got to do. Ain't no talking.
They go to sleep where I work, too.
Oh.
That is fucked up.
That is true. I was probably if I was a young Casey Stark, I would probably been one of the niggas sleep in your class. But that's
I'm sorry, I got a ruler for that.
I got one to go.
Yeah.
Roger Winston, wake your back then I probably been Roger McGee. Roger McGee, wake your ass up. We got one to go. Anyway, but carrying on with this bitch ass nigga DeSantis. We already talked about it. DeSantis administration rejects a proposed AP African American Studies class in Florida high schools. And on top of that, I like how the young lady broke down where it's just not AP. We gonna separate AP studies because it makes people feel bad, specifically because how it makes people feel about black people in this nation. But we not gonna throw out European studies, Japanese studies, as far as like language and all that shit, German studies, language, all that shit. But it's just like, oh, niggas who was here
against their will.
You know what? We don't need to know that niggas were slaves, because that's gonna make little Johnny and little Billy feel bad. No, and damn, I keep doing this every show. There was another on Twitter. I should have bookmarked it, and I ain't thinking about it. I watched the video and just went on about my day. But my bad. When we talk about how racism isn't learned, and I agree with that for the most part. I mean, no, racism is learned. My bad. I said isn't learned. Racism is learned, and I agree with that. It's a little white boy, and on this video, his mama, she was talking about, because Martin Luther King, and I'm sure they pulled out all the things for the white babies to learn about this black man who was the savior for all niggas. He was the nigga Jesus Christ for all niggas, and this white baby was like, we gotta fix this. White people cannot be allowed to do this to black people, and this and that. And this white mama off camera was like, but you white. And he was like, and she's like, but you white. He was like, and we gotta fix this. This can't be allowed to happen. And she was like, camera off. Like, I'm probably sure she went to her school and was like, yeah, y'all need to calm down on the teaching of niggas being equal. That's probably like we don't know what happened after that, but the camera kind of went to black, and it was like, yep, I know what happened. We all know what happened. You niggas, even though I can't see, I see Lady Lavender's emoji. You niggas know what happened. Anyway, it's all the same shit here. I just hate it. And this nigga, he gonna run for president.
Yeah. And he'll have a.
But y'all said Trump gonna run too. We talked about it.
Yeah, Trump is gonna lose this time.
Is he though?
We said it the last time. We were wrong because he did have a couple tricks up his sleeve. Yeah. And it paid off, and he got elected. But
this one,
when did we say that?
More people are rooting for other people, and like I feel like almost at least once every couple weeks, there's a new group that were deep in MAGA who are like, we're not going to support him. Like I think just yesterday or the day before, Trump said something about the vaccines, and so now anti-vax people are like, we can't support Trump anymore because he's praising the vaccines. Then it was like, it's always something where people are like, evangelical people don't follow him, don't fuck with him anymore. So, and a lot of people fuck with Ron DeSantis.
Here's the one thing we do know. Whoever is the front runner, the GOP
they're
always
be elected
behind.
That's not necessarily true.
For the most part, they do.
The front runner?
The front runner, they do. What are you talking about?
They always step in line.
They he and hauled him when he was like one of 40. But once he got up and was like, "Oh, we doing this," they got behind him.
Yeah.
And that's what the GOP do better than the Democrats do. I'm sorry, we talked about on the show time and time again.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Once he's won, I'm talking about the front runner going into the primary.
The front runner.
I don't know if that's always the person who gets the nomination. I don't know.
No, I'm saying no. He wasn't the front runner in the primaries, but once they figured out that he
who
Trump.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, and they got behind him. Everybody talked that shit, and he hauled them and laughed at them, and they all fucking got behind him. I don't know what we're talking about.
We're not talking about the same thing, so don't worry about it. No. It ain't worth the conversation.
It ain't worth the conversation. Let's figure it out.
I don't want to figure it out. It's good. We're cool.
You can't just say it's off comment where you're like, no, they didn't. And it's like, well,
I just don't agree with what your statement was, but it's okay.
What part of my
I'm
statement?
going to agree to disagree.
But I don't know what you're disagreeing with, so I need to figure that out.
That the front runner going into the primary always gets a nomination on the Republican side. I just don't agree with that.
No, I didn't say that. I said once they figure out who's going to be the front runner, they back him even though they fucking clown him to begin with.
Okay, so I think our definition of front runner is different.
Okay, I don't know what your definition is.
I think front runner is the one going in before the contest. I think you're saying the winner.
The winner, but no.
Yeah, they're gonna back the winner. Yeah, they're gonna get behind the guy who wants.
But all I'm saying,
the nominee. You're saying they're gonna get behind the nominee. I'm saying a front runner is before they have a nominee.
Yeah. Okay. I don't agree with you on that. All I would say is that they had 40 people, so there was a front runner.
The one who came in polling the best is the front runner. Trump came in polling the best, so he was a front runner. DeSantis may or may not be the front runner at this point.
I'm talking about the previous two, before he became president.
Before Trump became president.
Yeah, I think
that's what I'm saying. Before he became president,
I don't think Mitt Romney came in as the front runner.
No, I don't know who came in the front runner. I don't know. I'm not going to go back and do that research. All I'm saying is, everyone clowned Trump, but then once niggas start getting knocked off, even though he talked cold shit about their families, their mothers, their fathers, about everybody yada 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 that, and they got behind that nigga. And I'm saying the Republicans will do that. They will get behind a motherfucker even though they may not fully agree with him. That's all I'm saying.
They're gonna get behind the nominee. They're gonna get behind the nominee.
Yeah, and I'm saying the Democrats sometimes don't do that.
Yeah, we've been on that.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Y'all talking about two different things.
No, we're clarifying what we disagreed upon, and we're basically coming back to say that yes, that's what they do. I don't know, Joe. That what we're saying? Okay, thank you, sir. Joe gave a thumbs up. This is an audio podcast, not a video.
But also, I was drinking. So.
Yeah, so Joe gave a thumbs up. Well, no. So what I'm saying is, we don't know, because we know once again the Republicans will be like, yeah, that nigga is bad for the party, but he won the primaries. Fuck that. We all aboard. Anyway, moving on. That was I don't think it was disagreement. I think we just had a misunderstanding. Moving on. Ron DeSantis is a piece of shit. Ron Jeremy found not competent to stand trial in a serial rape case. I did not know that was Ron Jeremy in this picture.
That motherfucker.
Even after they said it was him, and even after I read the article, I still don't believe that's him.
That motherfucker on this article looked like a damn homeless Santa Claus, dog. That's clinging on to life.
And I ain't gonna lie, I didn't put this into the chat group. I don't know what's going on in this case. But I will read, and if anyone knows any more after I read, please let me know. Ron Jeremy, 69, whose full name is Ronald Jeremy Hyatt, is he part of the Hyatt family? I don't know. Was not present for the hearing in the mental health courthouse in Hollywood. Judge Robert S. Harrison made his ruling after reviewing a July 2022 assessment from a defense-hired psychologist and an October 2022 report from a doctor hired by prosecutors. Mr. Hyatt is not competent for trial. Judge Harrison said both reports indicate Mr. Hyatt suffered from an incurable neurocognitive decline and would most likely not be restorable. He all fucked up. My bad. The porn star. My bad. Ron Jeremy, the porn star, was charged with sexually assaulting 21 women. Wow. Was found incompetent to stand trial Tuesday by a Los Angeles judge. Go ahead. My bad.
No, I have nothing to say.
I feel like he's still kind of young. So I'm really wondering how is he really incompetent? Or is he acting like he's only 69? And then the fact that some of them are like it's hearing, it's like based on his hearing loss. So is he just losing his hearing, and because of that he acts like he can't hear anything that anybody's saying, or is he really got something going on? I just really don't know. Is he trying to get out of jail time?
So like we just had this pop up at the job site in regards to like, can you be rehabilitated to be competent? And so I'm wondering if this is going to like elongate the process. So like they're saying like, oh, he's not competent, he can't stand trial. But sometimes what they'll do is they'll try to like send them to a facility to where they can see if it's because of a cognitive decline. I mean, some of that could be in drug use. Some of that could have been like maybe injury. We don't know if he was taking stuff, due to his occupation that could have, changed his brain or whatever. But I mean, I found it absolutely nutty that he was able to commit these crimes and still be as bad off as he is.
Hold on, wait a minute. What happened? What's going on, Tim?
She said nutty.
Nutty.
Oh, I missed it. But it says it goes far back as 96. When was the most recent one?
Well, I was about to read that. Jeremy, whose legal name is Ronald Jeremy Hyatt, was initially charged in 2020 with raping 4 women. The case quickly exploded with additional allegations, and he was indicted in August 2021 on 34 counts of sexual assault involving 21 victims, including minors. The charge, dating as far back as 1996, involved women and girls ranging from the age of 51 to 15, as well as a dozen counts of forcible assault. He has pleaded not guilty.
So I'm wondering if some of these were happening in 2020. That was just basically 2 years ago. And they're saying that he was competent enough to do this to people and manipulate them in all these ways, but now he can't even have a conversation and identify his lawyers. I know that cognitive decline can be pretty quick, but I don't know if it can be that quick in most cases. I don't know. But I'm not an expert in this stuff.
We're going to find out. He's pleading not guilty, but I'm wondering, like, statute of limitations and so forth and so on. I just hope that the victims realize that even though this man cannot stand trial, it does not minimize their experience because, but yeah, he doesn't look like himself.
Rainbow Bar and Grill. That seems to keep coming up, too, in Sunset Strip.
What'd you say?
Well, the Rainbow Bar and
okay.
Grill, a restaurant on the Sunset Strip in West Hollywood. That seems to keep coming up.
Oh, that's where these offenses took place.
Well, a lot of them. That keeps coming up in the article. So I'll read this final part here. In all 21 cases, the defendant preyed on victims that were vulnerable and able to fight back, whether that was by isolating the women in the bathroom, in the bedroom, at his friend's house, in the parking lot, or by perpetrating a surprise attack upon them. The defendant never gave the women the opportunity to fight back as he sexually assaulted them. The reply says the only way to prevent a substantial waste of court time, juror time, and victim and witness time is to have a joint trial. So just basically put them all together. Yeah, man. Yeah, you got to keep an eye on that, man.
Well, I don't know.
What don't you know, sir?
I mean, I don't know if this is a farce that he's trying to portray, or this man is really in some serious decline where, he can't stand trial, but this whole case is just like a one big ass mess that he created.
And And I've been going back and forth through this article, and as Lady Lavender said, the only thing they seem to point out is a lack of hearing loss. Or not lack of, but hearing loss, my bad.
Hearing loss, huh?
I mean, he could be totally faking. I think there was a part in that article where the lawyer said that he tried to like rouse him by stating his name, and he did not respond to his name, and that he turned around and couldn't even recognize that his lawyer was his lawyer. But it could all be a ruse or a rouse or whatever.
I mean, you gotta go full Bill Cosby. You gotta like pretend you blind and run in the doors and shit.
There you go.
Hearing loss? Come on, man.
There you go.
You can't hear me? Anyway, moving on.
Oh God.
Let's switch this around here. Oh, what is happening here? My bad. Hold on. Get these alerts. Anyway, Tennessee police fired after wild accusations of cop threesome, on-duty sexual escapades. Threesome might be the least of it. Before we get into it, we now know the way to get cops fired. Send a white woman and have niggas fuck her. Anyway, Tennessee Police Department fired 5 officers and suspended 3 others after wild allegations of sexual escapades, including Girls Gone Wild style hot tub party. A female La Verge police officer who claimed to be in open marriage, quote unquote, open marriage, was accused of assault behavior that included oral sex at the headquarters in a menage a trois. The situation is unacceptable, and then as soon as it was brought to our attention, it was immediately investigated and action was taken upon the individuals involved. Mayor Jason Cole said in a statement provided to Fox News Digital. Do we have pictures of the? I gotta find the people who are involved. Most of them are niggas, and I'm still gonna say I think if they'd been all white men, no one would have been fired.
No.
Anyway.
I know one of them was one of the guys was upset because she kept bragging on another officer's package. I do remember that being
That's how
said
they got
in the
caught,
article.
because he had little dick energy. And he
I
had
guess he
about
did.
somebody.
I guess.
All of them got caught up.
So, like, wait a minute. Somebody had little dick energy and decided to blow the whistle.
But somebody did.
How come you're not telling everybody about my dick?
This is the thing that I like. Like, I'm gonna keep reading this. Our top priority moving forward will include rebuilding the public's trust. I have full confidence in the police department's leadership in their ability to lead the department. We'll be retraining all our employees in the rules, regulations, and expectations set forth by city leadership.
Don't have sex on the job.
Wait
You gotta
a
tell
minute.
people that.
You gotta have a training class.
But does that include not shooting niggas? Does that include
not?
not shooting unarmed civilians?
I'm pretty sure I take a training class on it every year.
Oh, not fucking to work?
On sexual harassment, yeah.
I think everyone gets that
Everyone
same
takes a
training.
sexual harassment course, but this was adults, consenting adults.
These are consenting. It has to be
at work.
Adults.
That's just inappropriate on my tax dollar time.
There's a reason why that open marriage was in quotes, because they found her husband, and that nigga was like, I don't know nothing about no open marriage.
I ain't agree to none of this shit.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, so that part, we're gonna have to look into that further, because I kind of just took it like, oh, she was saying that they were in an open marriage. I thought that was their nice way of saying polygamy.
You can't be sucking dick on the clock. Even if you are in an open marriage.
No, yeah, we are in agreement there.
Yeah.
Can't be busting it open while you
getting
supposed to be
busted in
catching
the
a
face.
check.
Oh, she was getting busted open.
Yeah, she was getting busted open and getting busted in the face.
Same difference. You're right, ma'am. You're right. My bad.
It just depends on who was in a position of power. She was busting it open. She was getting busted open, not on my tax dollar time.
What is the position? That is power.
Good night. Good night.
Well, with the canine cop, it was probably doggy style.
They have to call him the canine cop. Like, if I was him, I'd be pissed. Because everybody else was like sergeant or something, but he canine cop. I said,
Bust it open for a real nigga. I still would say the fact that there was like 3 niggas that fucked her, that's the reason they said, hold up.
Wait a minute.
We've been fucking young officers here for a long time, but there has been no commingling of the races.
Of the dicks or the races.
Yeah.
I just lost it when my homeboy posted that they lost their job over an officer that looked like that cartoon.
That cartoon.
Oh, I'm gonna mess it up because I don't watch it.
Oh, shit.
It's already messed up.
I know.
You took too long.
I know. I'm sorry.
About time.
Nah, she
Poor
bad,
me.
though. She is So wait a minute. If I was the cop, I'd be like, so I shoot a nigga in the face and I keep my job,
No.
but I fucking blow a white woman's back out and I get fired?
You
I don't.
You let the wrong gun discharge.
You niggas
Shot
ain't
the
shit.
wrong person in the face.
Should have put it in the face. My bad.
Oh,
Anyway, the 4 fired men were Patrol Officer Juan Lugo Perez.
well, he's Hispanic.
Not white. Sergeant Louis Powell, probably a nigga. Detective Seneca Shields, and Sergeant Henry Ty McGowan.
Wow. Now, I know the detective is black because he's pictured.
Yeah. While K9 Officer Larry Holiday, Patrol Officer Patrick Magalico, and Patrol Officer Gavin Scobell
Wait a minute, dog.
were reportedly suspended.
When they said canine officer, man, why did I automatically go to zoophilia, man?
I don't understand what's happening.
I automatically thought the dog was involved in it.
And she is the most basic of all.
She is a basic white woman, though.
She look like an extra in Game of Thrones, nigga. Like the white woman is.
She do look like Rick and Morty cartoon.
Yeah, she's the white woman that's cleaning sheets in Game of Thrones, nigga. That's what she look like.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Damn, they got the niggas on.
The niggerest nigga surrounded by a bunch of white folks.
Why they got his big old picture like that?
Yeah, I know.
They have
That's probably his.
That's the detective.
Yeah, he's detective?
Yeah, that's the detective.
Bro.
So she was hooking up Powell and Shields. So she was two-fisting it.
Two-fisted. Now hold on. Accused of performing oral sex on Powell and Shields at the police station and in the department's gym.
Yeah. All over the equipment. Probably didn't even wipe down the machines.
They blame the Chinese people. This is where COVID got started, nigga. This is the fucking COVID kickoff, nigga. And then, hold on, dog. This nigga, there's a bunch of white men surrounding him. I'd be so nervous.
Like the Klan.
Well, I don't think they were there when the deed was being done.
They may have been. Though. We don't know.
They have been.
It might have been the cuckold situation, nigga. Supreme cuckold. Anyway,
which will make the open marriage part valid. See, going back to that, may make the open marriage part valid.
Well, that's like
they found the husband and he was like. No, they found the husband. He was like, I did not, because the husband's he's a pastor, and he was like,
Is he a pastor? No, I thought he was a cop.
The husband.
I think he was applying for the state patrol or something like that.
Yeah.
And withdrew his application.
But I think his previous employment was he was a pastor. But hold on.
Yeah,
you know what?
Two things can be true.
Two things can be true.
Two things can be true.
But anyway, I don't know. But it was clear that he said, "I did not know it was open." And I said, much like Kansas toll bridge, her pussy was open for everybody, nigga. Everybody just had to pay the motherfucking toll, nigga. That was it.
Apparently their job.
Nigga, apparently they passing through like Noah, 2x2, nigga.
Well, there it is.
Fuck you, Joe. I broke my microphone again, nigga.
Why I gotta be all that?
Because that was funny, and I was broken my microphone, nigga. But I'm back, nigga.
You did.
But no, that's bad. That's bad. That's pretty bad.
Bad, Sam.
That's pretty bad. You don't want to hear about that.
Oh man. Oh shit.
And I don't know if this is like just joke shit, but husband of female police officer involved in it has to be joke time. Sex scandal with multiple officers is sticking by his wife, and somebody said he didn't have a choice. Cause that bitch was sticky. All right. She came home sticky. And this has to be him, right? Okay. He got his face out the picture. There we go.
She came home sticky. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild.
Face looked like a glazed donut.
Hey man, I didn't understand it at first, but that fucking meme you had with the statue, bro. That shit hit the parlay, bro. They hit the twofer, man.
I should have got all the money in my account. All the money.
Oh shit.
All the money in my account.
Oh my god, that was horrible.
Y'all heard?
Let's go and segue to that.
Yeah. I don't have a good segue. Flo Rida.
No. The statue. We gotta talk about the statue.
Oh, I didn't have it up.
Oh man. That ain't what the cop said.
This nigga Joe on some other shit.
Again. Thank you, Joe. Oh shit.
So in Boston, they made a tribute to a famous moment in the history of two former Bostonites, people who went to college up there, Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King. The moment that Dr. King won the Nobel Prize for Peace, there was an embrace, and so they have commemorated that in this statue. And I'll let you describe it.
How can you describe it?
At one point in time, it looks like a nigga eating pussy. At another point in time, it looks like a nigga delivering dick. That's what it looks like.
And that's what.
And like I didn't think about it because I know we put it in the chat groups and we had a joke time.
Oh,
but if somebody said on Twitter, why in the fuck does this moment in American history have to be abstract? It shouldn't be. It just should be a nigga hugging another nigga. Period.
Well, wife and
He's hugging his wife.
No, I get his wife, but I'm saying a nigga hugging another nigga. Ain't nothing abstract. I get. Thank you, brothers. Thank you for my language. But a nigga hugging another nigga. That's all it needs to be. It ain't gotta be abstract. It ain't gotta be viewed from certain angles to where it looks like a nigga eating pussy or a nigga delivering dick to his wife. That's what it looks like. Those are the only two angles.
Oh God!
And it ain't missing me that this is in Boston, one of the most fucking racist cities in America, still up north. I'm not. It doesn't miss me at all.
Oh shit.
There's been so many statues of him and busts made of him. I'm sure there's a template around somewhere that they could have just added his head to the fucking statue.
Yeah, like even here in this little picture here, what the fuck is that? What is that?
Yeah. And white people are saying,
no, nigga, it's a problem that is the best angle of this thing. Right here.
The only angle you can show that may be able to be seen is maybe not sexual, even though it looks like a sexual thing.
Yeah, that's the least problematic angle of this whole fucking sculpture.
Maybe.
Like right here, I don't know if a nigga fighting an alien from impregnating him. I don't know what's happening right now.
Oh man.
Yeah, you got 4 arms that are connected by not torsos, not heads and necks. It's like this ambiguous.
I see 2 hands in the appendage. That's what I see.
Ovilus. This I don't know what it is.
A tentacle. It looks like a fucking tentacle. Like if that's the best way to describe it. If you don't want to call it a dick, but it looks like a dick.
Once again, why does this moment in not fuck African American? Why does this moment? Thank you, fucking DeSantis, you son of a bitch. Why does this moment in American history have to be abstract?
It shouldn't. No, it does not.
Because it should not be taught to our Florida children.
That too. Like nigga, this
statue.
I don't know if a nigga's is dying.
Maybe that's why. Maybe you saw the fucking statue and figured that shit was gonna be on the curriculum, bro.
DeSantis said no. I would not explain this to my babies.
I will not subject this to
Oh shit.
DeSantis said no. No. You went too far. Yeah, man. It should be Martin. It just should be a big ass bronze head of Martin hugging his wife, right?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be no fucking. It's not, nigga.
I think they wanted to do something you could walk between, like the beam. You know what I'm saying? Like you just, I don't know.
Like, I don't want to, like, Grant and Ellis there, and they be like, is that a dick? I can see Ellis right now saying, that's my penis. That's my penis when I pee. That's my penis, Daddy.
God.
Hey, if that's Ellis's penis, God bless that young man.
God bless him.
I'm not going to say nothing, but I'm just going to say God bless that young man. That's all I'm going to say. Sometimes I just go.
For any future young lady that messes with him.
I'll leave it there. I just leave it there.
Is he well grounded? Is that what it is?
The times I had to help him wipe, I'm just like.
Okay.
God forbid the first woman you meet. And I will leave it there. That's it. Anyway, moving on from more inappropriate talk. Yeah, that's bad.
That's highly inappropriate. And a brother made that thing.
What?
Yeah, a brother's the artist behind that.
Yeah.
That brother likes dicks.
Wow.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
It was definitely bronze by design. No, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. It's bronze for the color of skin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know what? He either likes to eat pussy or likes dicks. That's all I'm saying. Depend on the angle.
Right.
Because it is very phallic.
It looks phallic-y to me.
Phallically.
Phallic-y. Mm-hmm.
We gotta move that over here, cause that was shit. No, don't do that. Moving it. Going ahead, Flo Rida. Flo Rida. He gonna make a lot of money, more than he made off of his one. Is it 2 songs? 1 song?
The only one I think about is Get Low. That's the only one I know.
He got lots of songs. He had a little good
He
2
had
or 3 year hit.
Lots of songs.
He had a moment.
Yeah.
Was he a good singer?
The last time we tried to quantify things, it didn't go quite well, so I'm gonna go back on mute.
I feel like he had a lot of cameos. Is that what you call it? Like he was featured on people's stuff, and he had some songs of his own. I don't know any of them off the top of my head.
I like it.
I feel like I heard his name a lot.
No.
I like how everyone's like, he had some songs. I cannot name one.
All I know is Get Low. Apple bottom jeans.
Get Low?
He did a wild one with Keisha.
Who's Keisha?
He did. Well, Kate. Okay, so that's another story. But
I don't know her either.
She was a Caucasian female artist that was like blackballed, kind of like
Caucasian
Ashanti
female
was.
artist. That explains a lot. I get that.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I get it now.
But yeah, I mean, he has a decent catalog.
Decent?
Basically nothing that we would listen to.
Is he tiptoeing one hit wonder line?
If we're saying one hit wonder, does that really mean like one hit, or does that mean they had
how many hits?
three?
How many hits did he have?
It's a three-hit wonder.
3-hit wonder. Okay, name 3. Name the 3, please. I don't know.
Okay, Wild One, Apple Bottom Jeans, Boots with the Fur.
Let's Get Low.
And then he had what was the other one?
Wow, what is that?
That sounds like one hit to me. That sounds like one hit.
No. I'm being serious. Wow, what is that one? I'm being serious.
That was the song with Keisha.
Keisha.
But you don't know who that is.
I'm an old nigga, so I don't know. It don't mean it ain't good.
No. But yeah, I can't. Oh, Whistle. That was another one.
Whistle?
Yes. And then he had the My House song, Welcome to My House. It was in commercials.
Welcome to my house.
Okay.
But so that may quantify as his one, for the one hit wonder.
You have saved him. You have saved him. He's more than one hit wonder. Hip-hop artist Flo Rida was awarded $82.6 million on Wednesday after a South Florida jury found that the makers of Celsius Energy... Wait a minute. Celsius Energy Drink? They had to deal with this nigga? Breached a contract with the rapper and singer and tried to hide money from him. Flo Rida, whose real name is Tremar Dillard, and his production company, Strong Arm Productions, I guess they strong arm them niggas, had sued Boca Raton-based Celsius Holding Incorporated in Broward County Court in May 2021, claiming the company had violated the conditions of an endorsement deal. Get your money, nigga. And I like Celsius.
Yeah.
I do. Anyway, good for you, sir. I don't know why you were in that Broncos jersey, saying you were a Flo Rida, and that is so far from Florida. But anyway, good for you, nigga. A story we covered, I think about a year ago.
Probably more than that. A year and a half, maybe 2.
An Army lieutenant pepper sprayed by Virginia police during a traffic stop was awarded $3,600. You might go, why even mention it? Yeah, that nigga sued them for 1.5 million.
5.
If you see the video.
Well, we mentioned it because we watched the video, and he was fully dressed police officer, pulled over, I want to say, at a gas station.
Yep.
And he was trying to comply with the officers at the time. I think it was some small town in Virginia, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
And they were not trying to hear shit.
Windsor, Virginia, to back you up.
Yeah, so I think they were very disrespectful, and here's the thing: the jury agreed. The jury agreed that they were out of pocket, They just were not trying to offer this man as much money as he sought in punitive damages. They said, "Nah, you get $3,000. You get $2,000 from this officer, $1,000 from this officer, and that's it."
So the judge overruled the jury?
No, the judge has the option to overrule the jury.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But has not done so yet.
Oh, okay. So the jury decided 3-6.
The jury decided that the penalty.
So
on Tuesday, Nazario, Second Lieutenant Nazario, he might be. I mean, it's been some time. He might be have more rank by now. But at that point in time, he was Second Lieutenant Ron Nazario, who was black and Latino, filed a suit in 2021. Well, it has been some time. Damn, we get old quick. Claiming that two police officers violated his rights, guaranteeing the First and Fourth Amendments during the traffic stop. On Tuesday, Nazario was awarded $2,685 in compensation for damage after jury determined former Windsor police officer Joe Gutierrez assaulted an Army officer. The jury also determined that Officer Daniel Crocker must pay $1,000 in punitive damages for an illegal search of this vehicle, court documents show. And in this video, they pepper sprayed this man who was in uniform, the same uniform that damn it! Sorry, my microphone stand broke. The same uniform that me and Timmy just wore for a while. And in this country, we talk about support the troops and all this shit too. Yeah, when them white folks be patting me on my shoulders when I used to be in uniform, that shit always fell false on me. Cause a lot of times when I was in uniform, they was always surprised that I am in the Army.
Right.
So, yeah, man. And once again, back in the archives, go in the archives, and then this link has the video to the search, and you will see that this brother was always compliant with the police officers, always asking questions, pepper sprayed him, and as Brother Joe pointed out, he was always in uniform.
I think what it was is they tried to pull him over in a dark area. He said, "I want to go out here to the gas station and pull over where it's well lit," and they were not having it.
And something that both my mother and father, who were Kansas City, Missouri police officers, always told me to do: make sure you pull over in a well-lit area. And this is back in 1990 when they were telling me this shit.
It's not only for your safety,
and they were both
theirs too.
And they were both police officers telling me, make sure you pull over in a well-lit area.
Right.
And here's the thing, though. What the fuck does that matter? Because there was one time I pulled over real quick when I was scared while in uniform. Because once again, I'm like, yeah, I'm a nigga, but it's still the police. And the cop told me hey, why'd you pull over here? I need you to pull over further because you pulled over right in a busy intersection of the highway.
Right.
So, nigga, do I win or lose? Do I pull over immediately, or do I pull over somewhere where it's safe for both of us to conduct our business? I don't know. I mean, and I didn't get a ticket that day, so I can't be mad. But anyway, I was in uniform and didn't get pepper sprayed, so there we go. But yeah, man. Hopefully that there's another jury selection, another judge, and hopefully that brother gets some money, because $3,000 for the embarrassment, no, it ain't worth it. Especially when I'm in fucking uniform, and when I'm probably making that month is $3,000. No, It ain't worth it. So yeah, fuck them. And sometimes, fuck this country. Moving on, Alec Baldwin will continue with Russ production despite criminal charges. That might be the whitest headline I've read this year. Despite the fact that I just been charged with Murder.
Has it? No, it was murder.
It's involuntary manslaughter.
Manslaughter,
Yeah.
my bad. Manslaughter, my bad. But still, a criminal action. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah.
Has he been charged, or it says he could charge?
I think it's the could be charged because
It depends on what you read. There was another article I read that I got to find it where it said he will be charged with criminal manslaughter.
yeah, and they said the judge has up until the 31st to do so.
Yeah, I don't think he will be charged, but
Well, they
Yeah, I don't
said
think
the person that was running the props,
Yeah,
They-
that
they-
person.
they might get it for real.
Yeah,
yeah, and it's the tale of America. The person lowest on the totem pole will probably be charged with it.
Motherfucker responsible for loading the guns.
yeah.
Nigga probably got that shit coming, bro.
Well, no, I think it'd be the woman who was like the assistant to everything who might end up being the one that be the scapegoat.
Well, I don't know the gender of the person, but I know that they were
Her
supposed
name
to be.
is Hannah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hannah Gutierrez Reed.
Yeah.
So what I know is
Go ahead, my bad.
whoever it was handed Baldwin a gun, told him it was a cold gun,
No. I agree.
and it
but-
had live rounds in it. Somebody got to go down for that.
No, I agree, but I think the woman we talked about, because we talked about it before when we covered the story when it initially kicked off, the woman who was like second to whoever will probably be the one who takes the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she would be the assistant too, but once again, I mean, and maybe that might be on her because I'm a nigga who I am fully aware, even if you're in my house and I know my gun's unloaded before I present it to you, I would definitely leave it open and say clean weapon and hand it to you, even in my own house. Even though I know I don't keep loaded weapons in my house. Yeah.
Why would you point a gun at anybody, loaded or unloaded, like live rounds or blank rounds? Why would you point at anybody?
Well, I think
and we're not filming, and we're not doing the scene. Like, why would we?
As someone who's been in the military, been around a lot of people, and I will say specifically officers, a lot of officers who come from not military backgrounds, but because they wanted to have, for whatever reason, they want to be like, I'm going to be in the military. Here we are. You don't go to basic training, and basic training definitely introduces a specific respect of munitions, whether it be grenades, rifles, blah 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 blah.
don't matter.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who are not brought up around handguns who do not have that respect for it. I have had lieutenant colonels who have taken the ranges where I had to be like, you just can't be just. Yeah, the guns the fire, because in the military we don't say gun. The firearm or the weapon is unloaded. You just can't wave it anywhere because the other people don't know it's unloaded. So yes, there are people even in the military who do not respect that.
Right.
That sound like
That is I agree with that statement because I've seen it.
that sound like charges then.
Yeah, it might have to be charged.
Oh yes, there has to be some charges. Somebody's getting some charges.
Yeah, and if it's that young woman or who was the person to bear that brunt, then that's fine.
But Baldwin is the one who pointed it.
And yeah, and I get it. A sound studio ain't the same as my house, ain't the same as a gun range, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I get that, and maybe he should have checked it. But if you like you said, if you are the person who's in charge of all the firearms on this sound stage, and you hand me a weapon and you say it's cold, but even then, how do you check that? There's still going to be ammunition in the chamber. Even the military, when we do our practices, we have munitions that are, it looks like a round, but it's not loaded like a round. And then we have our little laser things that are set off by those rounds. I've been in fire exercise. I've been in fire exercises where I don't know how they did it, but they've mixed up live ammunition with dummy ammunition. Dummy.
And that's what they said happened here. That the munitions got that mixed together. But my thing is, okay, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Whoever is responsible for loading the weapons and has the stuff, that sounds to me like you have violated some sort of protocol, and you have allowed, saying a dangerous situation to occur.
Correct.
So that needs to be dealt with. But I'm saying to you, live or not, if you are aiming a weapon, and we're not even shooting film right now, we just over here chopping it up, talking about what's going on, and you aim it at somebody, and whether you pull the trigger, whether it goes off or not, you've been handling the gun in a cavalier manner, you subject to charges in my mind.
Right, but if we're acting and someone says it's cold,
it wasn't. He didn't shoot another actor. He shot the director.
No. I thought it went through someone else, because there were like numerous people who were hurt that day.
It was one of the directors that got shot.
There were like 2 or 3 people who were hurt that day or injured that day. One was killed, and there were 2 other people who were injured, if I'm not mistaken, because we talked about it on the show.
Yeah, I know we talked about. Yeah, I just know it was the director that got killed. So I don't remember if anybody else got killed or hurt.
Well, no one got killed, but I think
nobody else got killed. But
somebody else got injured or whatever. Yeah. But so it's weird because, like, from the military mindset, I can't even think about like a sound stage, because if I look at there are ways to look at a round to see if it's a live round or not. But all you know, there's a round chambered, right? And I hear what you're saying too. We shouldn't be pointing at whoever or whatever. But
whether
I don't know,
blank or not.
Yeah, I don't know if we're practicing. I don't know if we're doing whatever. I don't know, because it's a fucking sound stage.
All right.
Because even when we're doing our military shit, unless niggas are charging through, and we're practicing the war, quote unquote, we don't pull the trigger.
Right.
Yeah, and I guess there was some confusion about whether or not the gun was faulty and it went off on its own, or.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, it's like, but even with dummy rounds, there's still a small amount of gunpowder in there, and there still is a projectile that can be, like we talked about Brandon Lee and the Crow. We ain't talked about on this show, but we talked about the most notable figures that have been killed on soundstage. It was the same thing. It was supposed to be a dummy round, and this nigga got fucking killed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
ironically,
ironically, correct.
Ironically, him and his dad died the same way.
Correct. So I don't know. So I don't know if Hollywood needs to, like, why are we having dummy rounds on live? Well, first of all, why are there live rounds on the soundstage?
These are questions.
These are questions.
Go ahead.
Going through the article a little bit, it says in March 2022, Gutierrez Reed, who is the other person that's being charged, says she was not called to inspect the gun that ultimately fired a live round and fatally wounded Hutchins. She also says she had no knowledge of what was happening inside the church set that day, and Baldwin was responsible for helping maintain the safety of a crew. But then it goes on to say that the film assistant director, David Halls, who handed the gun to Baldwin before the fated shooting, signed a plea agreement for the charge of neglect use of a deadly weapon. So he pled out. He was actually the entity that handed the gun to Baldwin. Sis didn't even have an opportunity to really kind of go in and do her due diligence, and she's catching, she's going to end up probably being the one that ended up.
And I think
set up.
And I think we talked about it on. My bad. Go ahead, Joe. I didn't hear you.
Saying it's a conspiracy.
Yeah, and I think we talked about it on the show previously when they first kicked off, and we talked about this going to be a scapegoat too. I think if we went back to the archives, we would probably, I don't know if we said scapegoat, but we definitely talked about that somebody going to have to pay the piper, some to that effect. And unfortunately, this woman, this man, Joe ain't got he need more liquor in his cup. Unfortunately, I think this woman is the low person on the totem pole, and they trying to put it on her. But like Lady Honeybuns already said, oh boy signed a plea agreement. So there's gonna be like we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it. But I don't understand how you get live rounds on the side a sound stage. And I think we talked about this the last time when it first kicked off. I'm like, I don't understand why you need live rounds on the sound stage.
It's not necessary.
Yeah, it's probably some Republicans on set.
Oh wow! God damn it!
Yeah.
Damn you, Joe.
I don't for Alec Baldwin. Yeah, I hope it all fleshes out for him. But you know, that young lady who probably is like an intern and early on in her career. Yeah, and then definitely the director who died. So, I mean, that's crazy. I don't understand. Like for when we had our military training exercise, I understand because there's live rounds that are mixed up with the dummy rounds because it's all ammunition. It can all explode. I don't understand why a sound stage would ever need to have live rounds on it. So we'll see, right?
Hey, speaking of explosions.
Yes, sir.
Did y'all see this shit that the elder brother of Doom sent about Shannon Sharp going off on the Grizzlies?
I saw it. I didn't know.
Yeah, run that shit real quick.
Hold on.
Apparently, he's at a Lakers-Grizzlies game, and you know Shannon is a big Lakers fan, and he's in the face of a lot of the Grizzlies, including Steven Adams and what's my guy, the young gunner they got there. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The little nigga with the braids that be dunking on everybody. The point guard.
Oh shit, hold on.
Anyway.
This nigga on the court. Hold on.
He's on the court. He's swole up on niggas like. He talking shit. Said, "Come see me over here."
Oh, you know what? It does.
That shit got sound?
It does. I was trying to make sure we were we heading to our sports section. So. On the back.
At the Crypto.com arena, Dylan Brooks was having words with Shannon Sharp, Hall of Famer and broadcast. And you see Steven Adams comes over to protect his guy along with the supporting cast, and then Shannon Sharp still talking, and T. Morant, John Morant's dad, comes over. Had an opportunity to talk to T. Morant, and he said, my blood pressure didn't go up a bit. Nothing but love and respect for Shannon Sharp. It's a bunch of guys talking a bunch of trash. And just...
Yeah. I don't know if Shannon Sharp gonna get them nigga buckets, but he would definitely get them niggas hands.
I don't know. That nigga Steven Adams is a footer, bro.
No. I get it. Steve Adams, I get it. That nigga, he's strong
like
too.
Shannon Sharp was a fucking athlete. He's a Hall of Fame athlete. There's some athletes on that floor too, bro.
I get it, but Shannon Sharp's still in the gym.
Yeah, the niggas ain't in the gym.
I hear what you're saying. They're in the gym, dog. I will always defer to old nigga strength, especially old nigga strength is still working out.
Steven Adams had about a foot height and probably about a foot reach on them.
That's fine. Tall niggas get knocked out too every day. That's fine. That's just more. It's more leverage if you're tall. Your chin is just in that much better position to get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, I don't know that. You know, I'm sure your military training told you to be the one that's high on the hill, right?
High on the hill if you got a weapon. But,
he probably got two of them weapons. He got two of them things.
But as far as combatives go, all they tell me, all the combatives said is close the distance, finish the fight. That's all combatives say.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel it. I put it this way.
Actually, I should say
Shannon was out there dolo.
I should say combatives says
it was squatted up. You know what I'm saying? Close
the distance, gain the advantage, finish the fight. That's what combatives training says. That's the doctrine. So yeah. I don't know. I think it was a good fight.
We see another clip here of Mike. They kind of ran into that clip. And Mike Tyson said everybody got to play until they get hit in the mouth.
I have that T-shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my favorite. It's one of my favorite
Get
T-shirts.
hit in the mouth.
Everyone has a plan until they get hit in the mouth, nigga. And I'm willing to say, in the sport, when niggas get hit in the mouth every day, I'm gonna give it to Shannon. Especially back when he was playing in the NFL. When
What didn't who was it? It was what's his name? The point guard used to be for the Jazz versus Frank Gore in one of them celebrity boxing matches. Darren Williams. It was Darren Williams versus Frank Gore.
Oh, in a boxing match? Yeah, in the boxing match.
Yeah. And Darren Williams gave that nigga the business.
In a boxing match, that's different because a boxing match has rules. You talking about straight up? We just fighting? I'm gonna give it Shannon Sharp.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I hear you. Boxing matches, we have rules. We can't go to the floor. We can't do cheap shit. This and that. But a nigga who slept on a fucking in a shack as a young man, I'm gonna give it to him. That's it.
Yeah.
With no rules, I'm gonna give it to him. Cause that nigga gonna bite that nigga in them fucking. He gonna bite that nigga. He bite that nigga's dick off probably if he got to win.
I don't know what Steven Adams' upbringing. He might have been brought up in some fucking foxhole in
he may have been. That's why when it come like to Jokic, the Joker and all them niggas, I'm like, yeah, them niggas might have been doing some other shit we don't want to know about.
That's what I'm saying. Steve Adams might have been in that same shit. Bro.
That's why I said. That's why I was like, I paused, like, wait a minute, where he from?
Yeah, I'm not sure, bro.
He from that Eastern Bloc.
That's what I feel.
He might be ready to throw them things too, nigga. Hey, comrade. Let me introduce you. Keep it moving. Yeah. That's a great segue into the sports. Completely humbled, USC today field after Allison Felix. Los Angeles, Southern California was named the field at the university's track stadium after Olympic champion sprinter Allison Felix. Such honors are usually reserved for major donors. Felix graduated from USC in 2008 with a degree in elementary education. She grew up in wait a minute. My bad. She grew up in
hold on. Ada, you brought the story to us, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and talk about it?
Well, I didn't know too much about it. I don't even know if I read the full article. I just thought it was cool that she was getting honored in that kind of way. Because you don't really see too many women getting stadiums or anything named after them, fields named after them, anything like that. So I thought it was pretty cool. And I also just like her because she not only is a great athlete, but has continued to try to help women in the sport, women, especially women who have kids and are still trying to be competitive track athletes. So I appreciate her, and I like that she's getting honored.
Yeah. I mean, she. We've talked about her on the show before. She is one of the GOATs in terms of Olympic medalists. 11 medals at the Olympics. I think that breaks Carl Lewis's record on the track. She did over five Olympiads.
All they say is Felix retired last year, having won the most Olympic medals of any American track athlete.
Yeah, so I mean, she has been a picture of consistency and quality for the better part of 2 decades, really. What I found to be a little bit amusing to me is that USC named a track for somebody who never ran a step of college track.
Wait, they're not even naming. So the stadium is going to be named after somebody, and the field's going to be named after her. I didn't even peep that little part.
I didn't peep who the track was named. Who's the track named after?
It says the stadium is named after Catherine B. Locher Track Stadium.
Okay. Yeah.
And the field is going to be named Felix Field.
Yeah.
Even though the field is probably where they're going to be doing soccer. I have never seen this field, but that just seems kind of.
It could be a track specific stadium that has nothing like. Yeah.
But still, the field?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. It does say, to clarify, the field to be named for Felix is at Catherine B. Locher Track Stadium, which serves as a hub for the men's and women's track teams. It would be dedicated this spring. So, yeah, as y'all both been talking about, confusion. Anyway, the field and the stadium, two different names.
Like GEHA field at Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah.
I get it.
Correct. Yes, sir.
But my thing is, she never ran track at USC. I don't know. I mean, I know she went to school there.
Did she practice there? Like,
She probably practiced. She probably practiced there.
Because that might be something.
I know she was practicing with Bobby Kersey at one point. My former assistant coach was a training partner for a while. So
she graduated from USC in 2000.
She graduated, but I'm saying she went pro out of high school.
No, I hear what you're saying, but I'm just trying to get the ties.
Yeah, so she definitely went to college there.
Yeah.
But she never competed for the school there.
No.
Yeah, she was a pro the whole time. So
yes, sir.
I just found that to be interesting. But
I mean, she went there.
Yeah, more power to her, man. You know,
I don't know. I'm trying to help.
I appreciate all of it. I appreciate all of it.
Yes, sir. Good shit.
I think that's the bottom line.
Yeah. Good shit award.
Good shit, Allison.
All right.
Allison Felix Unger.
Hold on. So hold on.
Wow.
We in the fuckery of all this. I just want to give a shout out to Ashanti.
Well, you be butchering the name, boy.
Ashanti.
You will murder a name.
Ashanti. It's Ashanti.
I'm sorry. I'm just looking at her in this.
Understood why you butchering her name.
A bikini.
Man.
No. Oh, that's not her, but you know.
No. Nigga, fuck up a name, fucked up a song.
And a song.
I don't give a fuck.
Her song.
That's why she ain't gonna give you no fuck neither.
Oh, she would never, nigga. Why? The nigga from South Kansas City.
Yeah. She may be looking for a nigga from South Kansas City, but your ass butchering her name.
That's right. I would lean on, you need to prove yourself to me so I can remember your songs. Anyway, shout out to her. Mariah Carey is the queen of Xmas. Is the queen of. I don't even know how we got here, but salute. I keep moving. What?
Huh? What?
We in the fuckery section of all this. We ain't got to cover all this, but I definitely know the nigga at T-Mobile caught a little traction in the chat group. Oh, my bad. Damn it.
Hot corners
nigga will kill me. I'm not playing this whole 3 minutes. I will unmute it and I will push play.
Do you have a supervisor?
As Joe would say, I should set it up better. So what we have is a white woman with a white man who appears to be a white man. I don't know. He might be some other nationality that looks white. Who knows? So she's at T-Mobile. Salute to T-Mobile. Give us a sponsorship because I fucks with y'all.
That's right.
But what happened is she went there and she probably found the one dumb. I think Joe's lips are moving, but you muted. She found the one dumb nigga who does not know how to work the fucking computer.
I left T-Mobile because T-Mobile gave me bullshit running around like this. So you know what I'm saying. I don't think she ran to the one.
Yeah, that's fine.
It may be company policy to be some dumbasses. I don't know.
Yeah, this nigga somehow deleted all the shit off her phone. And while somehow he admitted he deleted it, while not admitting he deleted it, listeners of the show, please back up all your devices, whether it be Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile. Back up your shit before you take it to these stores, because ain't none of these niggas at the stores IT people. Let's go.
Or some kind of a manager phone number for here?
You can.
I know, but he has to have a boss.
Of course I do, but he won't. He'll contact you and tell me what I told you.
What did you tell me? I'm sorry. Besides
Whatever you
erasing my stuff.
lost is gone.
Okay, can I ask why you erased my phone?
I did not lose your phone. I have no idea.
I didn't ask you to lose my phone. I asked you, why did you erase my phone?
So whatever is gone is gone.
Okay, but why did you erase my phone?
Hey, that's what I'm gonna tell my bosses when they want me to find some shit. Whatever you want me to find is gone. What is gone, nigga. We have moved
He was
on.
just trying to escalate her through the stages of grief quickly. He was like, let's get to the fucking.
We have moved on.
It's gone.
We have moved on to other shit. Matter of fact, we have moved on to the next case of the day. What is gone is gone.
It's gone.
Well, it's in the archive. Nigga, I ain't got time to go to the archives. What is gone is gone.
The shit's
What was
gone.
the reason for erasing my phone? Can I ask?
I personally have not.
Hey, shout out to this little white lady behind the counter who is, I don't know what she typing, but she typing and she ain't trying to get involved. Shout out to her.
She ain't looked up
Nah,
not once.
she opened her mouth at some
And I
point.
don't think you understand.
She does, but she trying not to get involved right now.
What you're saying.
No, I understand that whatever could not have been, you know. No, don't talk to me. Whatever has been, replaced to your phone.
What? You were supposed to hook up my watch. That's what you were supposed to do. You were.
Hold on, dog. I just heard this for the first time. He was supposed to hook up her watch?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And wipe your phone clean.
Yeah, wipe your phone, dog.
Factory settings.
Back to factory settings.
When the two idiots meet each other.
You were supposed to hook up my watch.
And here's the thing, she being real gentle with this nigga. Nigga, she wiped away all her memories, all her grandbaby photos.
Yep.
And she being real gentle. Like, this is the time to go full Karen.
But we know why she didn't. Film noir. If that was a nigga, she be like, you nigger, why didn't you? And then it would have been reverse Karen. Film noir.
And that's what you were in the middle of doing, hooking up my watch. And then you selected to restore my phone. Like, I don't understand what you're doing.
Restore your watch to your phone.
What are you saying? So they told me to bring my watch in because I bought a new watch and I currently have a plan.
Yep.
Okay?
Sure.
So they told me to bring my watch in and something with the IEM number so you guys can connect my network, my data plan to my new device.
Sure.
And what did my phone have to do? You erased my phone.
I did not erase your phone.
You just clearly erased my phone.
No, I did not erase
Here,
your phone.
do you want to see? You erased my phone.
Then your phone's been erased, but I did not.
This nigga went to the Shaggy defense, bruh. It wasn't me.
Hey, the fact that nigga leaned in and was like, yeah, your phone has been erased.
erased, but I didn't erase it.
Your phone been erased. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
It happened at your place. It wasn't me.
And
you were the last one to have it. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Like I said, y'all get the gist of it. And I'm not playing this whole video.
Oh, man.
In the Triple B chat group, I think I talked about when I went to Sprint, when I was with Sprint one time. You know, I guess they were T-Mobile now. Damn.
Yeah.
They found me again. But my phone kept fucking dropping calls, and I went to the Sprint store, and that nigga was like, yeah, we sell some phones that, and it was a nigga. We sell some phones that they're not compatible with our network. And I said, did you just admit that?
That's the problem I had, because Sprint and T-Mobile were one thing, but they were two things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is the fucking stupidest goddamn thing ever. I don't even want to get into all the details of it, but I got a new phone number. And it's with neither of the motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
So this was way before. This was like when Sprint first brought their like world headquarters over here to Kansas, right?
Right.
Maybe a year later, and like I was literally living across the street from the fucking world headquarters. So y'all know that area over there, like 119th and Metcalf. So I went over. I like, hey man, I have to sit by the fucking window to talk to my mama.
That's crazy.
And I was like, every time I want to talk to someone, every call drops. And like when I text everybody, fine. And he was like, yeah, man, some of the phones we sell just incompatible with our network. And I said, excuse me?
Cha-ching.
Nigga, I walked out there with a new phone and all kind of credits on my motherfucking line. And I know that white man was so mad because he never looked at me, but he was definitely staring at that nigga the whole time as he was fucking typing on that. I don't know what he was typing on that keyboard, but it was probably fire this nigga today. It had nothing to do with my transaction. But
Hell
yeah.
no.
Anyway, so yeah. So as I agree with Brother Joe, there are definitely some dummy. I don't know if that brother was a dummy, but he definitely let the out. Well, he said the quiet part out loud, as we say.
Yeah.
Because when that nigga said, yeah, we sell phones that aren't compatible with our network, and I said, excuse me? I said, well, nigga, I need the phone that's compatible with y'all fucking network for free.
Right. I need that phone.
As a matter of fact, get me them fucking white man that can get me my phone for free. Anyway, this white man is not the white man to give you your phone for free. Keep it moving.
He gonna free your phone.
Yeah.
Of any information that you need in this world.
This should have been more after this, but we ain't gotta do that. Ooh, excuse me.
I feel like we've done it, bro.
Yeah, we done it. Fuck around, find out here. I don't know. I don't know if the ladies have been watching the Slap Network things. No, but I sent one to the sisters of the Brothers Breaking Bad. Did y'all watch it? She said no. You gonna watch it today, ma'am? It's 41 seconds, and we can get the fuck out of here. And under the guise of the person who's promoting all this shit as far as the U.S. 2 weeks ago was slapping his wife on camera.
Was he
checking to see how the viewership would respond to the shows?
Exactly.
I think
she might have been in training.
Wow.
She might have been in training. But what we learned from a lot of MMA shit, because yes, Dana White being the head of it all is like, that's new. But there have been a lot of athletes who have been brought on, and we don't even hear about all of it. A lot of it I found out about through Bomani Jones and Dan Le Batard's show. A lot of that shit gets pushed under the rug just because of the fandom that is part of MMA. They just go, whatever. We want to see the fights. Yeah.
One, two.
So, and to me, I only want to play this so we can get out and go to bed, whatever. This is a lot of the posturing we saw with Tua when he was playing with Miami. The posturing, the locking of arms. Yeah, you don't see the fingering posturing that we see with a lot of people who have a lot of head injuries. But if it's all about violent sports, protecting athletes, and things of that nature, Why is this happening?
That motherfucker dancing around.
She does a full. So I'm sorry.
He did actual somersault.
Yeah.
And this is a power
this is
slap.
an advertisement for the show?
Yeah, this is coming to the
Oh,
U.S.
wow. I didn't see the end part of it. I just thought it was clips from it.
No, cause so over in I don't know, Russia, Europe, whatever. This whole slap shit league shit been going on for like 3, 4, 5 years, right? As far, I mean, it's been going on longer than that, but as far as like being on TV, this shit been going on for the last like 4 or 5 years. It's coming to the U.S. The person that heading this up is a person 2 weeks ago who was on camera slapping his wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then this is the same country that says, hey, maybe football's too violent. So once again,
but slapping motherfuckers.
So even in football though, I spoke about a lot of times. We want to protect the quarterback, fuck everybody else, because there are other athletes out there, and the Hamlin shit brought to life the other athletes who are out there who are also under the same kind of protection, or should be the same kind of protection. But if you want a good football game, you can't have any protection.
Right.
And I'm under that thing where it's like, if you want to play football, we're gonna play football. Niggas gonna get fucked up. Don't protect the high money people. Protect everybody, or don't protect nobody. Right? You can't say, if I put my full weight on the quarterback, that's a penalty. But if I put my full weight on a running back, that's what? A good tackle?
Right.
If I lower my head on a quarterback, that's a penalty. If I lower my head on someone who's going to tackle me, that's a penalty. So once again, it ain't about that. Nigga, if you want to enjoy the sport, enjoy the sport. If you don't want to watch the sport, don't watch the sport.
Right.
Niggas gonna die. I'm sorry. They get bigger, they get faster, they get more violent. The sport is more violent. And yes, we have more rules. Yeah, niggas ain't fucking eye gouging nobody. But back in 1960, when a bunch of white men were playing each other, all slow as fuck, okay. But now it's niggas who are 315 pounds that run motherfucking 4.5s. People are going to get fucked up. So either watch the sport or don't watch the sport. Because it's not going to be the same sport if you make all the rules to protect everybody. That's what it is. And this slap boxing shit, if you're watching that, don't come to me with this protect the quarterback shit. Anyway, off my soapbox.
I say, kill all the quarterbacks except number 15.
Kill all the quarterbacks except for Patty Mahomes. God bless him.
Hey, if you breathe on that nigga wrong, throw the flag, nigga.
Throw all the flags, nigga. throw the black one. Throw your hat on them. Throw both yellow flags, nigga. Whatever flag you, nigga. The Jolly Roger, nigga. I don't care what you got. Throw all of them, nigga.
Not the Jolly Roger.
I don't care, nigga. Whatever you got in the Confederate flag, the Don't Tread on Me flag, nigga. Throw all the flags, nigga.
Right. He ain't the one.
He ain't the one.
No 2, 3, 4, no 5. Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah, but I mean, I get it. I understand protecting athletes, but you can't say it's violent and then we gonna watch on TBS. We gonna watch niggas slap each other into concussions. Is it Uchiwali or Black Girl Lost, nigga? What we doing as a nation? As a world, nigga, for real.
Right.
Anyway, this has been Roger's soapbox. As a nigga who has been concussed, I would suggest that you just let niggas play football and leave it at that. I don't know if anybody else got anything to say, any caveats out there. If you do, this
I do. I just got to text from Zeb. I hit him up earlier because we got a song that got 1,000 spins on SoundCloud today. So, huzzah!
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 And tell Zeb.
I think the platinum plaque is in the mail.
Fuck it. Hey, man, good. All of it. All of it. It's worth something, nigga. Shit.
Yeah, it was definitely cool to see that that thing cross 1,000 plays. So I was very appreciative of that, and I hit him up like, hey man, we made it. So
I love it. I love it.
Yep. Come on back, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. I was thinking for a second, but yeah, man. Salute to you and brother Zeb, man. And I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel like we at a silly place in the world, but we gonna keep podcasting. We gonna keep laughing at all the bullshit, and then we gonna keep frowning at all the shit that don't make sense. That's what we gonna do here at this podcast. That's what we do very well. I appreciate y'all, Lady Lavender, Honey Bonds, 10 meters, half of the brothers of doom, Joe Jeff, Casey Stork here. Never, ever, ever miss a moment to break bread with your brothers and sisters. Since Kim said I gave a half-ass outro last time, this is your full-ass outro this time. We out.
Break bread with your brothers whenever possible.